Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been quite some time, but I've been busy with gardening stuff in the meantime, so I'm still gardening, which is always of course fun and nice. And today I wanted to show you how to sow some basil. For that we're gonna use this plastic little container and this little tray in which I'll place it and then water it. Basil is a beautiful herb that you can of course use for your meals. You can put it on your sandwich if you have it with something like mozzarella or like tomatoes. You could make a smoothie out of it. You could add it to a cocktail, for example. It's very versatile, and I think it's one of the nicest herbs that you can actually sow and grow. So for today we're going to sow 4 different types. None of these are the normal types, like the normal standard basil that you see at the grocery shop. These are all different ones. For example, this one is the red lettuce leaf basil, which makes very big broad leaves, and they are like a little bit wrinkly and also dark, I would say dark purple almost in color. And when it flowers, it also has purple flowers, which is very cute. The next one after that is Siam Queen. This is a Thai basil. This one you can also of course use in, for example, Italian dishes, but it's more made for, yeah, it's a Thai basil, so you would use it in Thai dishes or dishes that need quite some sweetness, because this has the specific sweetness of, like, for example, Thai food. Then this is lemon basil. I've never grown this before, but I would love to try it. I don't know if it's gonna be nice. I think it will be, so let's try that as well. These seeds come from Australia, so I have to see if they are gonna grow like they should, because seeds that I brought before from Australia didn't all grow, how do you say that, like easily. They were a bit confused about what the weather and the sun is like here, because we are in the northern hemisphere. And then the last one is, I dropped one. The last one is Greek sweet basil, and this is the basil that makes like a little ball. For example, in Portugal, you see this in little pots. People keep it as a decorative plant, and they also use it in their kitchen. But it's very compact, very beautiful, round and cute. And I would like to sow some of this again. I've also sown this before at home already. And then the purple variety of that, I will show you a plant that I have started. Let's see. It's this one. So you can see here, I've started these at home before in these paper pots. I have to say that I'm a bit worried about the fungus that it grows, especially if you grow it in your house. Yeah, I think it's not really made to stay wet for too long. That's why it starts to like completely decompose. It's basically already rotting. So I don't know if I will use this in the future again, because of course it's amazing because you can just rip it and it will just rot away in the soil when you plant the plants. But I find it a bit weird that it creates this, and imagine you have this on your windowsill, and yeah, it worries me a bit, because this I think is black mold, and you don't want that in your house, of course. So I don't think I'll use these again. I still have some, but I'll try to finish those, and then I will just in the future use terracotta pots to sow in, or for example these plastic little trays. So as you can see, this is the red basil, basically the same as this, but it will be a darker purple red. And these seeds came from London when I visited. That was in February I've started them inside, and I'm very curious how they will look when they're grown and bigger. And of course in the future I need to separate these as well, because now there's 4 in here. I have sown some extra ones because I had some seed left and I wanted some more of them. So let's see what happens with that. I'll just plop these back where they were. So with sowing the basil, what I will do is I will just use multi-purpose compost. This is a type that has little pieces of wood in it and some cocoa coir and other beautiful like decomposed material. So as you can see, this is quite a beautiful compost to plant in, potting mix basically. What I will do for the basil, I will just fill this up. You could mix it also with some perlite or vermiculite, but I won't do that because this is in a little greenhouse. It gets quite hot in here and the water evaporates very quickly when you have plants in here. So it's good to have some soil that retains some water, because otherwise I will have to be here like literally every 2 days to water, and I don't want to do that. It's a bit too much. So what I will do, I'll just fill this up with some soil. Like this. I believe I have 4 different types that I'm gonna sow now, so I will do 2 of each. And of course I need to make sure that I don't mix the seeds like I've done last year. Let's see. Now I'm pushing it back into here a little bit. I try to keep it quite airy, the soil mix, so that the seeds can just easily root in here. If I see any bigger pieces, I will take those out. So that's basically our sowing tray ready to start. Maybe let's take this out, piece of wood, and here as well. So that's perfect. I will move this out of the way for now so you can have a better view. So next step is to make some labels so that we remember what we have sown. Otherwise it's gonna be like, what did I sow? I don't remember anymore, and that's always good to know. So this is Thai basil. Basil. We have Greek pot basil. The red lettuce. I'll pop these in here for now, so that I know which one goes in where. Like that. And take this part out because that's gonna be difficult for the roots to settle in. And then I will start, I think, with the Thai basil. Last year I used these seeds already, so that's why they're open. So we have, I'm not sure if they will all germinate, so I'll sow this a little bit thicker than normal. Like that should be enough. These are cute. So I'll sprinkle those just on the soil. And whatever comes up, I will split it in the future. That's plenty, so I'll put these back in here. Won't cover it yet, I'll do that in a second. Then the next one will be lemon basil. If you have a seed package like this, for example, and it has an opening here, you can rip it down there. That's always quite handy because then you still keep all the information that it says on the back, for example, and you can just easily, if it doesn't want to open, use, for example, like your fingers to rip this, or you can put a pen in there, and in this way you keep all the information that it says on there, and you can easily close it back up how it was with a little bit like folding a double. You could also use some tape. And when you take out your seeds, make sure that, like here, for example, there are some. So I want to see if I can open it in a way that there's no seeds in the way, like this. This is the lemon basil. Try and open this. Yes, got it. So the lemon basil looks exactly actually the same like the Thai basil. So that's plenty. That one goes there. Plenty of those as well. And if you, for example, have a lot of seeds left like this, you could always share them with a friend or someone else. It's always nice to, like, yeah, spread the love of seeds. So that one's done. Then the next one will be the red lettuce leaved basil, the one with the broader leaves. Oh, these are just like that in the package. Seeds look the same actually as all the other ones. That should be enough again. Those go there. And that's plenty. I'll put those back. And then we have the last one, the Greek pot basil. This one also has an opening there, so I'll open it like that as well. It says until January 24th, that was the expiring date, but I will still try it because these have not been opened. And if these germinate, I will fill quite some pots with them and put them on tables. That's my plan, just as a decorative, beautiful plant. For this one, I'll use this amount. That one goes in here. These I'll do a lot because they're cute and fun. And that's it with putting in the seeds for now. Now I'm gonna get some vermiculite and I will cover this. So I'll make sure that they all are in good contact with the soil, but not completely covered, because then they won't germinate. So basil is a plant that will need light to germinate. And I will use some vermiculite. Little sprinkle of that in this way. And vermiculite still lets some light through, and also it holds some extra moisture, so that's good in this case. So I will just keep it like that. So the seeds are covered a little bit, but not completely. And this will also help against fungal issues and those kind of things. So that's nice. Then I will put it in this tray and water it from under. I will fill the tray up with water. It will soak through and it will go into the soil completely. I won't water it overhead because then all the seeds will go everywhere. And I also didn't water the soil before I started sowing because I was going to use this tray, and I always kind of like fill the tray, then let the water just seep through to the top. I think that's, for me, an easy way to sow seeds. So I also want to show you the seeds that I've been started to sow at home this year. I now have transported them to the little greenhouse, which is here, as you can see. We just have sown the basil seeds right there, and now I want to show you what I've been sowing at home before. This was all done in February, I think I started. I was very inspired by Laura from Garden Answer, that she started her pelargoniums, geraniums, and I really wanted to try it as well, so that's what I did at home, and that was really a success because they look so amazing and beautiful and healthy and cute. And this is a salmon colored flower. I'm not sure exactly. I tried to Google it. It was very difficult to find the proper picture that it had, but I can see now that it's starting to create like some redness in the leaf, so that's nice to see. And look, we've got a blackbird that's eating worms. It's very excited, as you can see. Here outside you can see some tulips that have started to come up. These were all planted some time ago in, I think, end of December. The rest of the seeds here, one of them is the purple basil, the ball one that I've showed you before. Then we have white egg aubergine next to it, these ones. And we also have those right here. I will repot these in the future and give them more space. Then this is a perennial that I've started at home. The seeds came from London as well. It's the Mexican head plant. And I'm very curious how that will look in the future. Then we've got some sweet peas here, which all also came from London. 3 different types. One of them is Miss Wilmot, right there. The other one is Elegant Ladies. Ooh. And the third one is King Size Navy Blue. Then we have some peppers. This one and this are the same. Well, actually, we have 3 of the same one, which is West Lanzarote pepper. It's seeds from the Netherlands, and I've grown these before. They grow very, very well here. And these were all seeds that I've collected last year myself and kept. So that's fun to keep using your own seeds. And actually they get stronger and stronger every year, so that's wonderful as well. Then we have one pepper here, which is pepper kochang. That was a complete fail. I've only had 1 seed coming up. That's it. I don't know what was wrong. Maybe the seeds were old, but they were still in the right date. So I don't know what went wrong there. These are also peppers. This is a pepper that I bought in London as well. And it's chili pepper Buena Mulata. This creates some fruits that are purplish and then turn more orange and then red. So that's really cool. So I'm excited to see how this will be in the future as a plant. And then maybe I can show you a quick overview of the greenhouse itself. It's looking very good. These are the snowdrops that we had planted in, when was that? I think November somewhere. They are now starting to die off. I should plant them in the garden soon. Got some new additions. This lovely plant here. And yeah, things are looking quite good for, except for this plant. But yeah, not everything can always be perfect, right? And then I'll show you this side as well. Everything looks quite healthy and pretty. Plants are kind of starting to come back because of course it's spring. And in the future, this will be the planter, I think, which I will use again for the peppers. So that's about it. I just want to show you the outside still a bit. This cute little rosemary and the beautiful violas and pansies that are starting to come. And we just had a little shower, so everything's wet outside. And I've just sown some radish right next to the tulips that are starting to come up, so I'm excited to see how that will look in the future as well. Still today we'll sow some cosmos, some nasturtium, and also already some zucchini. Also wanted to still show you the new tomatoes and cucumber that I've planted here in the greenhouse. This is the big greenhouse. So today I planted these out. Today is the 2nd of April 2024, and these were growing on the windowsill at home. Just planted them today in here, and I hope that they're gonna do very well, and also the cucumbers.